So this right here, man, is what's so weird about collecting WWE Mattel action figures. They're not necessarily weird, it's just a crazy world we live in right here. And I'll get into some different examples, man. But Ringside Collectibles post this up for pre-order. If you want to go get your pre-order in, go get it, man. From the Vault, series number 7. We have it. We're going to discuss it here, man. It was revealed to us. The next From the Vault series, we're going to walk you through it. And we also have some other things that I just want to discuss in this video. But this is just completely nuts, man. I mean, this company will release things that were released 5 minutes ago. Literally 5 minutes ago. If you go to the comments of this From the Vault series, I mean, people were talking about, I literally just saw 5 of these Mutas on my Walmart pegs 5 minutes ago. I mean, this is what we've come to, man. But let's get into it. The first figure is Disciple. We have the Disciple figure here. Now, if you didn't know, this was previously a Build-A-Figure in the Monday Night Wars line, and it was a pretty solid figure. Everybody liked it, you know, all the different things. I think this was series 2, I think, of the Monday Night Wars Elite set. It took me forever to find this, and I have the full thing built over to the side, and I had the head sculpt forever. I can't remember who the head sculpt came with, but I have a headless Disciple just chilling on my desk over here for the last 6 months or 4 months, whatever it is, because I can't find the head sculpt, even though I know I have it. So that just kind of shows you what's going on. But the Disciple as a Build-A-Figure is going to be here. We've seen this thing before multiple times over in the From the Vault series. We also saw John Cone, who is also a Build-A-Figure, and we don't know what the figure is going to look like, but we can pretty much guess, right? We know what this Disciple figure is going to be about, but he is the first figure in the set. He was a Build-A-Figure, and he is represented here. Now, next up, we have 6. Now, he is a part of the Greatest Hits Monday Night Wars line, and he was a Chase, and I'm pretty sure if you go to Ringside Collectibles right now, I'll put in a screenshot if it's true. I think I was seeing where people were saying that the Chase is going to be available too, so you not only can get the regular version, but you can also get the Chase variant. And this, what's just wild, is this figure's up for pre-order in a From the Vault set when it's already a part of a Greatest Hits set of a previously done figure, and it's getting re-released yet again, and you could still find this figure. I mean, bar none, you could find this figure on the shelf. I mean, if you went around to enough Walmarts in the country right now, you could probably find it, and you could probably find it for, I mean, I guess I don't know what the Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits figures go for, but I've seen these many times over. This is probably one of the sets that I have seen multiple times at retail shelves and seen on these toy hunts that we've went on. But that is a figure there, and you can get the regular edition and the Chase variant. So you can get the 6-pack or the 6 figure, and you can get the blank one, which I think was kind of dog shish anyway. But let's move on to the next figure in the set, which is probably a pretty good From the Vault. I think this is actually a really good inclusion into the From the Vault series. We have the NWO Wolfpack Hulk Hogan figure. Now, I like this because it's going to be fixed. I imagine they're going to reimagine his tan. He'll probably have a better looking tan, more accurate, better things like that. So I expect this figure to be a lot better than the other version that we got last time. And not that the other version was bad, but I think I took my last one and customized it so I don't have that OG anymore. This is going to be a lot better than that OG, and just a simple repaint kind of deal is going to upgrade this figure a lot, and I think that it should be pretty good. So, I mean, it's going to be good. If you missed out on that NWO Wolfpack red version of Hulk Hogan, this is going to be available to you. I think that's a pretty solid inclusion, all things considered. You can let me know. I gotta know what you think of these From the Vault sets down in the comment section, because, my God, I mean, we can get into a little bit. I'll get into it in just a second, but the last figure in the set is going to be Great Muta. Now, if you look at the Great Muta from the image, I'm pretty sure, using context clues, this is going to be the Monday Night Wars. Is it Series 5, I think, or Series 6? Monday Night Wars Great Muta. This is a figure, this is the only figure from the set I do not have, and he is the Chase. I want to say, too, that you can get both versions on Ringside Collectibles. Again, if there's proof of that, I will put in the screenshot in the editing portion of this video. When I edit this video, I'll plug it in over my voice here so you can see. But Great Muta, this figure is still available on shelves. You can go into Walmarts right now and find this figure set. Now, what's interesting too is, you know, it's just a re-release of the same figure. It will have different packaging. It'll be in that nice From the Vault Elite 1 through 10, Elite Style or Elite 11, Elite Series 1 through 11 packaging, you know, that they've given us. It's kind of a mixture of the old era versus the new era, things like that. So that is pretty cool right there that we're getting Great Muta, but at the same time, or just getting him in different packaging is kind of cool, I guess. But man. If you have figures that are going to be re-released, man, you might as well, brother. You might as well just sell them now. Just don't even, and I've talked about this ad nauseum. We've talked about this a little bit here. We've covered it many times over, like with the Pipe Bomb CM Punk. You know, they kind of put that all by itself in a From the Vault series. The Torn Pet Cody, they've redone that figure as well. And those make more sense, though, because they're really, really sought after. But in terms of greatest hits, in terms of from the vault, I wish it would actually be from the vault. Like like this Hulk Hogan ringside, it was a former ringside exclusive. So re-releasing it makes a lot of sense. You know, if you put a Flash Ray here, it would make a lot of sense. But, and even the Disciple, I guess I could, I mean, like in collecting terms, in the collecting world, feels like that Disciple figure was released like last year. But I guess it was a couple years now, maybe, or something like that. But at the same time, I don't know, man. Like the Great Muta and the 6 figure is crazy, especially the Great Muta, being as if that figure, you can still find it on shelves. Not that you can't find 6 on shelves too, but the Build-A-Figure, you can't find that Build-A-Figure. You have to buy that Build-A-Figure by building the pieces or buying in the aftermarket. It makes complete sense. Same thing with that ringside exclusive Wolfpack Hogan. Same deal. You have to buy it in the aftermarket. It's no longer in stock. So that's a whole deal there. But they put up more figures here, which I want to discuss and cover. Let's get into this. Elite Series 122. We discussed this already, but this is the full wave, and we actually got to see all of these figures on display at San Diego Comic-Con. Elite Series 122 featuring Damian Priest, Io Sky, the Creed brothers, Stone Cold, and Andrade. Now, what's crazy about this set is this Stone Cold Steve Austin. First of all, it's a look of Stone Cold I've wanted for a while. It's kind of a repaint. It's not the most over the top. It is an attire that I've wanted for a very long time. But this is the first ever main WWE Elite line Stone Cold Steve Austin character in the main Elite line for the first time ever. And I'm saying ever. Yes, I'm not counting Stunning Steve. I'm not counting Elite 100. I'm talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin, the character, has never once been featured in the main WWE Elite line from Mattel from Series 1 through 121. It took 122 sets and 15 years for this man to be represented. That is the most insane. That's one of the most insane stat. That's like one of those two truths and a lie, or one of those just insane stat lines that you hear from ESPN, and you're like, there's no way that's true. There's no godforsaken way that's true, and apparently it is true. It's 100% true, Brad. I've made a whole video on it before. Every single Stone Cold Steve Austin we usually get are complete exclusives, stored exclusives, legends, defining moments, etc., etc. This one is the first main Elite line one, and it's a pretty good one. I like this figure. It's an attire I've wanted for a long time. I'm hyped for it, all those things. But the rest of the wave here, we did get to see at Comic-Con on display. Pretty cool. Again, this is up for pre-order. If you want to pre-order these figures, can do so over at Ringside Collectibles. Use code MDTOYS to save yourselves 10%. I just think this is an interesting wave. You know, you get one throwback, and then you get 5 current talents. You get one women's figure. It is nice to see the, getting back to regular programming here with 6 elites into a single set instead of the 5 that we've gotten with the Collector's Edition John Cena's. So I think that is pretty interesting there. Some different details you can get into. But then I thought this was crazy. Okay, they're also going to be carrying the exclusive. So formerly, we did not think that Ringside Collectibles was going to be carrying these collector's editions or these exclusives of John Cena. So the Elite 118, the WrestleMania 22 entrance, the gangster parking lot garage deal of John Cena is going to be available at Ringside, and the clear John Cena that is popping up at all the Walmarts, those are going to be available at Ringside Collectibles. So they are going to be pushed out to Ringside. They aren't going to be Walmart exclusive as we previously thought. So that is pretty cool there if you guys want to get your orders in there. Again, they are up for pre-order right now. I don't know what's on back order, what's not, what's available, what's not. So you'll have to go over there after this video. Use code MDTOYS to save yourselves 10% on all these pre-orders. But then another one that was very strange to me, just another strange one for me personally, is they put up the Penta and the Cody, okay? They put up the Penta and the Cody, and it says, new pre-order, WWE Mattel Defining Moments 2026 Ringside Exclusive Wave 2 featuring Penta and Cody Rhodes. So if you go over there, if you go over to Ringside Collectibles, it is just these 2 figures. It is not the full set. I don't remember. I thought it was coming as a box set. Like, am I just dumb? Am I being ridiculous? So we have the 4-pack featuring Logan Paul, Paul Heyman, Stone Cold, and Kurt Angle. Did I miss the part where they're going to be like slow releasing the other 4? I thought they were coming as a 4-pack again. So are we getting Penta and Cody, and then later on we're going to get the other 2 figures in the set with CM Punk and Jey Uso? I don't recall that. I don't recall that whatsoever. I don't remember them doing it as a 2-part deal. But apparently that's the case, man. That is what they are getting here. Or actually, no, now that I'm going down. Okay, so Wave 1 is CM Punk and Jey Uso, and then Wave 2 is Penta and Cody? What a weird deal there. That's an interesting one. I'm looking at the website right now, and that is what they're doing. I think that is just crazy. Like, what? I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I don't know. I think that's odd to me. That is odd, but I did get my orders in for my Pentas. I did go ahead and get that in, and I'm also noticing that 6 is black and gold, and then the Chase variant Thug versions, but yeah, man, that's crazy. What the hell is even that? I'm also noticing there's so many damn pre-orders up at Ringside. You need to go over there and use code MD Toys to save yourselves 10%. But why do I not recall that? I mean, that's ridiculous. I thought it was going to come as another 4-pack, but they are just slowly releasing 2 and then 2, and they're calling them waves, even though there's only 2 figures. Which I guess that kind of throws me back to old school defining moments, like when we had only 2 figures per set. Isn't that how it used to be back in the day? I think that's also interesting. So. What an interesting way of life, man. What a time to be alive in this interesting web of webbling deals that we're in right now, man. But I don't know, man. When you go back and you look at these different From the Vault sets and everything like that, I think it is just one of those things that they continue to push where if there is money on the table for Mattel in the aftermarket, they are going to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase and they're going to re-release these figures. And for some figures, it makes complete sense. And then on some figures, I am just baffled. It's kind of like some of the selections we've seen for the greatest hits over the years. And I understand that we've kind of always had a greatest hits wave if you consider the top picks. You remember way back in 2010, they had the best of 2010 figures that they would re-release. It's the same thing that they're doing now 15 years later. It's the same thing as the top picks that we get where they slightly repaint a figure or whatever. It's the same deal, but it's a little different. I feel like it is a little bit different, especially when you're dipping your toe into the past, especially more often than not, than with a figure that was really good that year. But I guess it is because we get the Torn Pec Cody, we get the Pipe Bomb Punk. There are figures that sell really well, and I guess it's just best for business, man. So they're going to cash in every single time that they have a chance. And I understand it. It's just weird, and I don't know. Like sometimes it pisses me off, and sometimes like I get it completely. And I don't know. I've never been a reseller. I don't collect for value, and I've always said this many times, man. If you've listened to me in the past, you should know over the last 8 years or so of this channel, 7 years, whatever it is now, man, I don't know, the days are just together now, but over the years, I've always talked about how you should collect for the love of the game and not for value because you will be surely disappointed most of the time because you are not going to get rich. Yes, you can. I know the scalpers are out there flipping figures, and I'm not saying you can't have a nice side hustle with a little wrestling figure shop or a little mom and pop shop, things like that. I understand, business and everything like that. You're trying to make some money on the side, or maybe it's your whole gig there. But at the same time, if you're collecting thinking, oh, I'm going to make mega bank on all these figures, that is just not the case, especially in the modern day especially with the way Mattel releases these figures and re-releases them with all these different greatest hits and re-release waves from the vault, all the different things. And I think that true collectors that collect for the love of the game, the From the Vault sets are really fun because you can get better updated versions of these figures, but I don't know, maybe I'm just mentally ill, and you can let me know if I don't know ball. But I want to get on here and rant about it a little bit and see where you guys stand on all these different things, man. But if you want to get any of these pre-orders in, definitely go over there, use code MD Toys. There's lots of stuff up there, and I just wanted to get on here and talk about that a little bit because we had that From the Vault set revealed. We had some, first Stone Cold, reveal. Even though we kind of knew about it anyway, I still wanted to talk about it a little bit and give you guys some lore on some upcoming figures. But nonetheless, man, that is going to wrap it up for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments section below, and a huge shout out to our Patreon members, man. Appreciate all of you fellas and all of your support as always. But I'm getting the hell out. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.